everybody, and welcome to Moin Day on Lunch Therapy. Lunch Therapy is a show where we have fun. We try and get our head right. It's one of the things that we do here, try and get our head right. And that's what we're going to be doing today. And we're trying to get our mind and our body connected, ready for the week. I got a giant squirrel here. I hope I don't get eaten. But it's great to be here with y'all. This is going to be a really good week because we're going to start it off strong. We're going to start off with some molecular level healing. Joining me today to co-host the show is none other than Matt Wright. A lot of you know Matt, probably best known as the front man for the punk grunge band, although he'll probably say it's none of those things. Gas Huffer. Matt was one of the first guests we had on Lunch Therapy for Interview Friday. So go back to episode 24, not now, but go back sometime, check it out, because it's a really fun interview. If you've been watching the show, you've seen Matt in the chat room, and you know that he's got a lot going on. He's sometimes I have no idea what he's talking about. I have absolutely no idea at all. It's like above my head. I don't know. I'm sure that will happen today. He'll probably use some terminology, maybe some abbreviations. I have no idea. So just go with it. Just roll with it. He and I are going to be bringing on two other guests, which we're so lucky because both of us are really into this thing called Healing Vibrations. Healing Vibrations is a YouTube channel and a production company, I think, and they're doing these really great sound baths. Let's see who's in the chat room before I bring Matt on here. Ray Scanlon is here. Todd Lee. Yeah, after the snow, heading out to watch the hummingbirds. It's time now for spring, right? It's a beautiful day here. Let's get into this thing. I'm going to bring Matt on right away. There he is. There he is. All right.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. You look great.
I'm not all pixelated.
You're not all pixelated. I have like some bricks on your head for some reason. Let me take that off of there. Nice. There we go. Yeah.
Because I wore a green hat.
Yeah, I love it.
Green screen.
We could play around with that. I like to do the green clothes.
Yes.
As you know. It's great to see you, Matt. How are you doing?
I'm good, Joel. Thanks. It's nice to see you too.
Yeah. How did
the sun is out here in Seattle.
It is. In Seattle.
Yeah.
So weird how I was saying that you were from Oregon. I mean, you were living in Oregon. I don't know what I was thinking. I like
Oregon.
Maybe did too many Healing Vibrations or something last night. Last night I was in the Healing Vibrations live stream watching that, and these guys are super cool. It's so funny because did you discover them on YouTube?
Yeah, and I don't know for sure how Healing Vibrations showed up in my feed.
It's probably me.
But it just did. It could be. I was kind of wondering about that, if there was any like a hashtag association or something like that. Or, I'm kind of always, peeping at stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it could just be a coincidence, but I just I can't remember which of the videos showed up, but I just, took the opportunity to plug into it, and man, it's hard to describe. I've been probably bothering people with my enthusiasm for how direct of an experience that's been for me.
I think they're really powerful. Sound baths are just, they hit you on a certain level.
Yeah, it's hard to explain how, I guess restorative is the right word. And I'm not even like about the vibrations and crystal quartz qualities and all that stuff. It's just a really direct experience for me. So, and I can sit with it a lot longer than I could sit, just meditating.
Yeah. Yeah.
And part of me is like, am I cheating? Because am I like entertaining myself instead of meditating. But then when it's done, it's just like, wow, my body feels better. My head feels clean.
Totally. I
It's hard to
wonder.
explain.
It's weird that like you're kind of known for loud, raucous rock and roll. I don't know.
Sure.
And then you also have this other side of you that likes something like this sound bath. Is it
Yeah,
contradictory?
totally. So that's a good question. I mean, I think, and I was just talking to another friend of ours, Hayes Haugen, about this, about how um, I mean, I've always been interested in a really broad range of kind of music and things. I would say more recently, I've kind of gone down the path of like ambient electronic music, just as a way to like chill out because I don't know. I mean, somehow the older I get, the more I find value in that. And like, I don't really care what anybody thinks about it, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
um, I still like energetic music and I still like making energetic music. And
Yeah.
that's, you know, that's a form of expression. But
Hmm.
I guess I would say that the sound bathing, in a way, I don't experience exactly the way I experience music.
Hmm.
It's a little more direct than that. And even as a person who feels like I experience music in a way that's maybe more direct than it is for some people. Um, I don't know. It's like in my body
Yeah. Yeah. It's,
in a
I
way
think
that's hard to explain.
it's like undeniably in your body. So what we're going to do for the beginning, we have, when we start the show here, we're going to go right into the breathing part of the show. And we're going to have an 8-minute sound bath. And our guests will be there, Drew and Travis. Travis is the guy in the video, and Drew is the guy that makes the video, and they work together. And weirdly enough, they're from Linwood, which is just, it's just random. I had no idea that they were from, like, they grew up in the same town that we did. We were from
Yep.
Edmonds, they're from Linwood, so that should be super fun. And we're kind of, meeting them for the first time. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right into that. We're going to do the sound bath, and then we're going to talk to them about it. So everybody out there, if you have headphones to put on, it increases the experience, I think. All right, so let's get into the show. Hey, Guy Fly, how's your eye? I'm gonna get myself a modem. 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 Just want to touch one base for 1 second here, just to change the mood a little bit. But yeah, I just want to explain. Drew is going to be here. Travis is going to be here. We're going to talk with them. They're going to be in little boxes while we do this thing. We're all just going to be here. So experience it however you want. Here we go. I'm going to bring them on. There'll be a little bit of applause, I think. Let's go for it.
Welcome to your chakra.
So I'm going to bring them on. There, that up there is Drew, and that up
Drew.
there, that up there is Travis. Those guys.
Hey, Travis.
Hey, guys. It's great
Hey
to see
everybody.
you. All right. So can you tell us a little bit about what we're going to experience here before we get into it?
Yes, absolutely. So one of the things that we love to do whenever we, do interviews or any sort of group activity is to just kind of start off on the same level and just ground ourselves with breath and just be present at the very beginning so that we're all, kind of on the same wavelength with, how we're listening to music, calms our minds, calms our bodies, and allows us to just go into this experience with an open mind. So the video that we have here is our root chakra grounding. And so, yeah, headphones are highly recommended just so you can get the full effect of the sounds. And then, just kind of listen and breathe along and just be a part of the experience.
I'm going to be quiet. My mantra today is let go. So I'm going to let go. I'm going to allow this thing to happen. This doesn't happen on every show where we have 8 minutes of meditation and stimulation. So let's just enjoy it. Here we go. Oh, wait, 1 second. One thing I want to say before we start. Can you explain what a chakra is?
Yes. So chakra, that term specifically means energetic wheel. So they say that there's these energetic wheels inside of our body, but what they actually associate with is our endocrine system. And so each chakra is associated with one of the glands in our bodies that, if a gland is in balance, it could naturally cause some sort of emotional, energetic change within us. Mm-hmm. And then when we figure out, which gland is out of balance, we can find that homeostasis with our body again. So chakra is like an energy center in our body. Wow.
So Travis is the one in the video here, and he's going to be playing the sound bowls. And Ganel said, am I going to talk through the whole thing? No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to talk at all. Over and under, they're betting on whether I'm going to talk. All right, so let's get started. This is the root chakra, grounding. Base of the spine and the tailbone is where that chakra is, the root chakra. Here we go.
Activation, guided meditation. We will begin with the root. Allow your awareness to observe the base of your spine. Feel as your spine is connected to earth. Now visualize swirling white light filtering through your base. Allow this frequency to clean out your old energy. Breathe into your root. Each strike moves and activates your cells. Creating space for healing as the steady vibrations weave together your renewed energy. Feel as these waves hold your structure in place, your stability, your security. Feel each pulsing vibration as healing light moves through your base. Focus on your root. Each strike, breaking up dense energy, opening the gateway for transformation. Take a deep breath into the bottom of your spine, allowing this frequency to restructure and rebalance your root. Allow the sounds to embody your being, renewing your energy, realigning your chakras. Embrace these vibrations as they flow through your body. Each strike, clearing space, moving your cells. Your energy has been cleared. Your root is activated once again, giving you the sense of deep, grounded energy. Your root chakra is cleansed.
Wow. That was great. That was
Thank
I hope
you.
you're ready for a boring conversation, Joel, because I'm about to pass right out right now.
Crash
Me
out.
too.
It's good though. I feel super relaxed. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
saying letting go, and I feel like I have the ability to let go now. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Travis, how did you get involved in doing this kind of healing work?
Yes. So it's actually quite a long story.
Yeah.
I'll summarize most of it. I had a really profound sound healing experience in Greece about 7 or 8 years ago. And that opened up the door for the whole question of what just happened to me. Like, I experienced sound in a special way that I had never experienced it before. And why don't I know about this? And how can I learn more? And so one thing led to another. And my girlfriend at the time ended up gifting me a crystal singing bowl. And it was the frequency 432 hertz, which they say associates with the pineal gland. And the first time I played that crystal singing bowl, so like I had never heard of a sound bath or sound healing, or I didn't even know what the crystal bowl was when it was gifted to me. And it's funny because I was actually playing it wrong for like 3 or 4 months before I figured out actually how to actually play it.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I experienced that crystal bowl, that was the first time in my life that I felt sound inside of my head. Like, I felt it in my body.
Yeah.
And I've been meditating for many years. And so that was just meditating as part of my natural practice. But when I played that singing bowl for the first time, I was able to hear the sound go, whoom, and it was like wobbling inside my brain. And so I was just like, this was the coolest thing I've ever touched in my entire life. Like, I was meditating with it every single day. And I then took a trip to Thailand, and that was in 2017. And a really funny experience is I was in my first day in the monastery, because I went to a silent Vipassana retreat for 11 days.
Mm-hmm.
And before I went in there, I was actually in just like a transition monastery.
Mm-hmm.
And I was way off out into the wilderness, and a pack of wild dogs actually like chased me down. Like, it was the first time in my life, like I was like, I thought I was going to get eaten alive by this pack of dogs. It was terrifying. Like, one actually like nipped my heel. Like, it was wild.
Yeah.
And a bunch of monks ended up coming out and like rescuing me. And as I like walked away from them, it led me to like this like little hidden hut that was off to the side, and I heard this sound coming from it. Yeah. And I walked over there, and there was a monk there, this German monk, who had 2 Tibetan singing bowls, and he was just striking them really lightly. And I was like, oh, hey, like, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but just walking through. And he was like, no. And we just started talking, and he asked me if I wanted to experience a Tibetan singing bowl on my body. And I was like I had the crystal singing bowl, but I had never like experienced Tibetan singing bowls either. Yeah. It was all still very new to me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I would love to experience it. So I laid down, he put it on my chest, and that was the second time I felt sound go through my whole entire body. Yeah. And it was like, it was actually pretty emotional. Like, it felt like I felt like I wanted to cry almost instantly. It was just like, whoa, like, what am I feeling inside? Like, I've never felt vibrations move through me like that ever. And it was really eye-opening. Another thing led to another. I wound up on an island, and we were doing this ecstatic dance. And then at the end of the dance, this man came through with a tuning fork, and he was going through to every single person and placing the tuning fork on their third eye and placing it on their chest. And again, I had never seen a tuning fork. I didn't even know what tuning forks were. I was just like, this is awesome. And he asked me if I wanted to feel it. And I was like, yes, of course. So he put it on me, and I was just like, what is happening? Like, it was like almost like initiation for this path that I was opening up to. Because once I felt it and experienced it, it's all I wanted in my life. I was like, I want other people to experience this. Like, if I had such a profound experience with this, then other people they need the opportunity to experience it themselves. So yeah, when I came back from Thailand, I was set on building my instruments and getting like all these different sound healing tools. And I ended up purchasing more bowls, and I was just playing with them. And I'm actually I'm not certified in any sort of sound healing or trained by anybody. I'm kind of stubborn, and I like to learn things on my own first, so I can develop my own unique way of playing something before I like learn from someone else. And then I'll like learn from other people and take like, oh, I like that. Like I'll take that one little thing that they did and incorporate it into what I do, as opposed to taking on someone's complete style. I like to just kind of form and just explore and just play with it until, you know, it feels right to me.
You're really good at it. You have an intuitive kind of thing about it. When I've experienced it online, like last night I did the live one where I just listened to it, and you have it's sort of an intuitive sort of nature about it. It's not really from what I understand, this kind of musical therapy, I don't even know if you call it musical therapy, but it's not musical in the traditional way that we think of musical, in that it doesn't have beats. In fact, it probably wants to surprise you more than get you into a pattern. Is that true?
That's absolutely right. And because when you create, like we do create some sound baths with melodies that are like flow like music, but the really nice thing about not doing that is that it drops all expectations of how you think it should sound.
Yeah.
So like someone's like, oh, well, they should have added that note to make it sound smoother. And it's like, what we do with the brain tingles is we just throw in the sounds, and then you can experience them organically as you listen to them and just see what happens when you hear it, you know? It's like, when I create those brain tingles in my mind, I create a story with each of the instruments, and I'm like, this one's doing this, whereas like this tube here is going to send a little beam of sound down over somebody, and then this is going to, and I just kind of bring them all together.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's
it is
no
almost like you're
expectation.
cooking. Like when I watch you do it, it's as if you're cooking. You got your little pots.
It is like that.
Get your gong.
Yeah, and you just, I just kind of, whenever I play the music, I just put myself into the sound. I'll practice a whole lot. We'll probably get to the making of the sound baths later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just listen to what instrument wants to be played next. I'll just be like, okay, oh, it feels like we need this, and then I'll play this. And I'm like, no, now we need a little bit of this, and I'll play this. And yeah, it's just, it creates a sound experience, which is, you know, there's no structure, there's just sound, and then the emotions that surface when you hear them.
Yeah. And Drew, you have this ability to provide this in a way that is just more than just auditory, but also a visual experience as well, that just kind of grabs you when you're just scrolling through YouTube or whatever. They're like, what the hell is this? Or like when you came on today, you had it in the background. I was like, is that a fish tank back there? What's going on with that? Can you tell us a little bit about your production setup and how you came to it? And I also am really interested in like what camera you use, like in that low light, because it's not grainy at all. It's just very. So yeah, tell us a little bit about the technical aspect.
Sure, yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for saying all those great things. Like, it's definitely our goal from the beginning, at least, you know, on my side of it. Like you said, I sort of do the visual side of things, and we very much went in with the goal of sort of creating a visual version of meditation. The thought was, for me, originally, I wanted to start a YouTube channel that took advantage of the visual side of the platform that so many meditation videos were not doing. It's just a basic picture that they have up there, freeze frame, and then you get to listen to the music.
Right.
And the music may be great, but this platform's about the visuals as much as it is about the audio, and no one was really doing anything with that. And so that was our goal to, I've told Travis from the beginning, I think we're getting closer. I've always wanted to make the visuals as pleasing as the sound. And, you know, I don't think that'll ever happen, but it's our goal that we always keep in mind. And, you know, I think that we've done a lot with that. We've had a lot of success there, and we love hearing that from people that watch, like, oh, I clicked on it to fall asleep, but I enjoyed it so much that I just watched it for an hour. And like, that's the best compliment I could ever get.
Yeah. That's great.
The thing I really notice is that there's so many of these types of experiences, and I can point to other examples just from my own life around kind of workshops and things that have always been believed to be only doable in person. In the sense that, there's all these, I even had conversations with folks back before lockdown where I would say, is there a way to do this virtually? And they would be like, oh no, there's no way. Like, you have to be in the room together. So it's just super interesting for me to see how you guys are bringing this experience, which I think a lot of people just assume or can't think of a version of it outside of having it done in person, that would have any value at all. And you're bringing it into virtual space in a way that's really super powerful.
And how do you handle the microphones, and like, how do you pick up that sound without getting kind of any extraneous sounds?
Yeah,
it must be tough.
It's been a long experience.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you, Matt, for saying that.
Yeah,
I want to touch on that lightly. I think there's a lot I could say about that idea. I think we could do a whole show on that topic itself.
Yeah.
But, I think there's a lot of ideas that have been set about what sound healing is and should be. And I think what we've tried to do is, while respecting those ideas, not let them constrain us and just see what we can do, see what we can accomplish, see what people get out of it. And this channel's been an experiment in so many ways. And I think that what we found is, obviously an in-person sound bath is a completely different experience. I'm in the room with Travis every time we film, and it's totally different, and it's pretty great. I fall asleep half the time.
I was kind of wondering about that part. Like, how you keep focused.
But definitely our goal is to make that experience as like democratized as possible. Like, you can't, even before COVID, not everyone has access to a sound healing studio. Like, even here in Seattle, where I would say it's probably one of the more popular areas for that kind of thing. Like, we only have like maybe 2 places that I know of that you can go to. And it costs money, and there's only like 10 people can go at a time, and they don't do it that often. So we just really want to give people, we think there's a lot of demand, and we want to give people access. And if you can get something out of it, it may not be that same experience, but it's obviously having a positive impact on people.
Yeah,
totally.
Travis, were you just a natural traveler? Like, we all grew up in the same area, it turns out. You all grew up a little later than us, but it turns out, weirdly enough, we didn't know this was going to happen. I just really reached out to these guys because I was really impressed with their work. But it turns out we grew up in Edmonds, they grew up in Linwood, which is right next door. But yeah, Travis, did you, like, after you graduated from Linwood High School, did you just take off traveling, or what happened that you were out there?
Yeah, that actually, I did do that exactly when I graduated. I did a big road trip to the Grand Canyon with my cousin. Mm-hmm. I always wanted to travel abroad, but at the same time, I never really pursued it because I love Washington so much. And I guess I was like kind of in this bubble because I'm like, we have everything, we have desert, we have swamps, we have beaches, we have lakes.
Washington State has all terrain, apparently. And I think it's because the rainforest, like, it's like the only state that has everything or something. That's what
they got all the biomes.
They got all the biomes. Yeah.
We got them all.
I don't need to go anywhere. I got all the biomes.
Like, I could go to the rainforest, or I could go to the desert, or I could go to the beach.
Right.
But then, my ex-girlfriend, she really opened up the doors for travel with me. And that was when she took me to Greece for the first time. And when I did that, it was just like, now it's just like, I just want to travel everywhere and experience the cultures. Cause you don't really know what you're missing until you go experience it, And then once I did, I was like, oh my gosh, like, it's so different than America over here. And I love it. I love to just explore other cultures and experience, what what they do in their homes and just kind of experience life.
Do you ever run across people that are like, Travis Schumacher, you grew up in Linwood, Washington. What are you? You're like some kind of guru now? You know, does anybody say like you have to be like from some Indonesia or someplace like that to do this kind of thing? Does anybody say that to you?
Not so much. Yeah. No. I think people don't realize how sacred of land, you know, like the Duwamish and all this land that we're on here in Washington. And I think that Washington is very special, and it doesn't, people don't associate it so much with like these ancient cultures, but with how much art and beauty that comes out of Washington, like there's something really special over here. And they don't say it yet, but you know, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I like that. Drew, can you tell me about your camera that you use? I want to hear the technical situation here because it looks so good. What is it?
Yeah, we have two Sony AS3s or A7 3s, excuse me. And we have some really fancy lenses these days. And that's how we're getting that low light sort of experience. But we also have some really nice lights that we spend like an hour just making sure our lighting is perfect, at least probably for every shoot. Yeah. So as much as it's the camera, it's also just a lot of work to just make sure that everything's perfect. But yeah, I mean, I would recommend the Sony A7 III to anyone who wants to film anything. It's still relatively cheap compared to, you know, probably what a lot of people use for more like prosumer type content, but it's a great camera, and low light capabilities are incredible.
You know, I'm really glad that you've been able to capture this. There's this one of our people in our chat room, Todd Lee. He said that it's interesting that when his tinnitus is really bad, the humming is about the same in his ears. First time it's actually relaxing for me rather than an annoyance. Is it good for like if you have like ear problems or anything like that, or is it healing for certain problems that people have within their bodies?
So absolutely, and I'll let Drew take after I chime in this because he has a personal experience with this. Okay. But we actually discovered through our channel and through our comments that people that were experiencing tinnitus were like, oh my gosh, this is like making my tinnitus go away. Like there's something really special about the singing bowls. I read something about that too. Yeah. It just like cancels it out somehow. And there's so many different things that sound can heal. I mean, we can't technically say that sound heals anything, but almost everybody that has listened to, you know, crystal singing bowls or, you know, some form of sound healing they themselves experience some form of release within them. For an example, I was always carrying, I was a massage therapist before this, and I was always carrying severe tension in my shoulder and my rhomboid. And it would get to the point where it just was just such a knot that nothing I did could just make this go away. And I experienced it for like 2 years. And it wasn't until I was playing my own singing bowls and playing these two bowls together and just ringing them and ringing them and ringing them. And I was feeling all of this tension building up in that spot. And it was like, it was really overwhelming actually. And I wanted to stop, but something inside me was just like, just keep going, just keep going, and I just started breathing through it and all of a sudden it was literally like a balloon. Like it felt like it got big, and then it just goes psst, and it just dissolved into my back, and I've never had that pain in my shoulder ever since.
Jack says he wishes the sound could cure his mother-in-law's voice in his ears. I don't know if maybe you could drown it out. I don't know. Could help.
Yeah, drown it out.
Okay, let's go over and let's take a look at some of these things. What do you think? So here, this is the thing from last night, which was really cool. Yeah, so this was
molecular stimulation sound bath.
Yeah. So that I'm going to turn it down a little bit here because I wanted to talk about it, but. So first of all, the bowls change colors. So you've got some kind of lights going on in there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
how do you manage that? You don't get. I don't want you to give away all your secrets.
A lot. No, that's fine. We don't.
Yeah.
We're totally fine in telling
Yeah.
people what we use.
Yeah.
Yeah, we bought a lot of lights, Joel. We've experimented with a lot of different stuff. We have like piles of stuff that we should probably just give away or throw away or something because we finally found the thing that works. But yeah, we basically just found like these puck lights that you can get on Amazon that were finally like the right thing. We put them in the bowl and we just had to like fine tune how to get them in there in a way that like doesn't create too much sound or one time they actually like started to like melt and like almost one of them almost caught on fire. They're not the easiest thing to work with, but the outcome is pretty cool, so it's worth it.
Be a spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Can you control color temperature in the pucks?
Not with those
is that
lights.
color coming from the?
We can control we could pick the color, but we can't like fine tune like the.
Oh, got it.
Exact color temperature.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like
I got it.
And if we turn like the brightness down, it creates these like waves through the bowls that you can see pretty clearly.
Wow. Cool.
So yeah, we just kind of have to keep it the lighting up.
Oh my God, I love all the different instruments. There's more than just the bowls in this one. I highly recommend people go over there and subscribe to this channel because then there's also like a rain stick in there. There's a gong. I was particularly enjoying the gong every so once in a while. And there, you guys even have a whole video. I like this one too because it's like underwater. This one's super cool.
Yeah, we actually had quite a few people ask us if we were really
underwater. That's good.
Sorry, no.
I like this underwater one though. Also, the other thing I wanted to point out is you're on Spotify and Apple Music. The other night I turned on the Apple Music playlist and just had it play through my Sonos. And it was pretty awesome. You can play this in your sleep.
I mean, we're everywhere that you can imagine pretty much. You
guys are everywhere.
We're on Twitch now. We're on SoundCloud. We're on all of it.
Oh, you're not on Bandcamp.
We're not on Bandcamp.
Oh, we're not.
You guys better get your ducks in a row.
Bandcamp is good.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Here's one with
Tibetan
Tibetan bowls.
list.
Yeah, add it to the list. Here's the one with Tibetan bowls. I mean, you guys are really doing a fantastic job making this channel too, because I know the marketing is really hard as well. I'm just going through a few just so people can take a look at it. There's the one that's all gongs.
Yep. Yeah, we try to have a wide variety. We've built up a pretty impressive collection of instruments, and so we want to show them off. We get a lot of requests too, so we try to fulfill as many requests as we can. Somebody asked for all gong, so we did all gong. Someone asked for all Koshi chimes.
Hand pans?
Do you
ever do hand pans? Have you ever
seen
hand pans? These are cool. Huh?
Not yet.
Oh yeah.
This is this is a friend of the show, Sylvan. This is him in a water drum doing the hand pan. Yeah, I think you need some hand pans in there.
Definitely. It's on our list also. We just got a tongue drum that I'm learning to play right now. So.
All right, so now that you have all mentioned this, I am now going to bring you into the contest portion of the show. Real quick contest. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous.
Do we get to win a hand pan?
You get to win. No, I wish. They're kind of pricey. No, you get to win a T-shirt. The one who does the best on this gets to win a T-shirt. So here we go.
Woo!
Woo-hoo.
Contest time. Okay, it's called. Oh, and then this is one of the features of the. Yeah, I'm gone. Oh, look, I'm huge. One of the features of this show is that you never know what's going to happen with technology because my assistant is a skeleton and he's very strange. Sometimes he can't operate the controls quite right, and he's doing his best. But let me see if
great.
Yeah, he really is actually doing a good job. I'm just trying to disappear my big face. Oh, okay, there we go. Yay! Trying to disappear my big face. Okay, so this is it's about instruments, as you can guess. It's called Name That Instrument. So a lot of you are into music, so I expect everybody to get 100% on this. There's the first instrument. Anybody know what that is?
Is it the first one to
Tambourine.
shout it out? Is there a buzzer?
I'm starting out kind of early. And, yeah, that's what I need. This is not that high tech yet. Sven de Kock is here. He's my friend and Matt's friend as well from Belgium. Good to see Matt again, my compadre from
High Q.
High Q team.
That's a whole other story.
Yeah, we could talk about that too. Jack says, after this episode, I'm going to listen to this channel on Spotify while messing around with nunchucks. Okay, I like it.
Awesome.
That's awesome. That's a good way to do it. Okay, so that is a tambourine. All right. Yay. We moved into something more difficult. What is it?
Oh, gamelan.
No
Matt.
idea.
It's a gamelan. This is something that you might want to get yourself someday too.
I didn't even know.
Travis.
I don't even know what this is.
Yeah, it's a special. Well, the only reason I know about it is because when I was at Cal Arts, they had a gamelan room where they just had gamelans in there. It's a very expensive instrument, and there are lots of different varieties of it. But this gamelan, they're
Matt
beautiful.
knew that one right away.
Yeah, you
Impressed.
guys
I think
need
from
some gamelans.
I think from Bali, right?
Yeah,
Or
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Yeah, it's a beautiful instrument. Oh, here's the.
There's the handpan or the rav tost. Rav
Yeah.
tost.
This
Is that what it's also called?
it's also called the hang drum, but we don't like to
Hang
call it
drum.
that because apparently that's incorrect. This is Colin Folk, who makes hang drums, or not, no, hand pans. See, I did it. He was on a show, Colin there. So sometimes we can even guess the performer. It's going to get harder. It's going to get harder, guys.
Good.
How about this one?
Didgeridoo.
Yes.
Didgeridoo.
Nice. I think Matt's winning this one, but everybody's.
He is. He's doing
Okay.
Only 'cause
How about this one?
that's
Ooh, Chuck Mangione.
Chuck
flugelhorn.
It is a flugelhorn. Oh my God.
Oh,
Nice. I
it's
gotta
a
know.
unique trumpet. It's
I
unique
have a
trumpet.
relative of the flugelhorn coming up, so get ready. But it's not the
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Anybody know what
Is
that
it-
is?
Trumpet?
Yeah,
No.
It seems like
A
a trumpet.
sousaphone.
Mm-mm.
Sousaphone, not a sousaphone.
The only reason I know what this is because I played it in high school. I played the French horn, but when we were marching band, we had to play this thing.
Is it big or little? I need some scale.
It's pretty big. It's big. Yeah,
okay.
the one that I played had a much bigger bell on it too. And one of my friends called it a French toilet. I don't know why. They just like to call it that.
French horn.
They called the French horn French
I
toilet.
know, but is
I
it a
don't
French
know.
horn?
Yeah. Oh, it's not a French
Did you
horn.
just give it away?
No, it's the vertical version of the French horn. So the French horn, you can't really march with it. So you got to do this thing. This is this. Let's see. Bassoon, Jack says. Yeah, people from the chat room can guess, of course. No, it is called a mellophone. Mellophone. Yep, that was
It's
tough.
a mellophone.
This is one of our friends of the show who was on the show. His name is Aaron Grooves. If you haven't seen that episode, this kid
Xylophone.
is
Xylophone.
remarkable. Nice try, pals.
Oh, it's
Try
not
again.
a xylophone. Is it a marimba?
It's a Saito.
It's a marimba. It is
Marimba.
marimba. And that's Aaron Grooves. You have to check out his channel too. Aaron Grooves is like phenomenal. And he plays like video game songs and all kinds of cool stuff. And
I gotta check this
cello
out.
music. Lots
Me
of,
too. What's his name?
His name is Aaron Grooves. I'm in front of it here. Aaron Grooves. Yeah, check him out. He also tap dances. It's This kid is talented. Yeah.
Awesome.
And this.
That's like a harpsichord or a clavier.
Harpsichord. That's right.
Okay.
You know,
Wow.
this is just my chance to mention that Matt Wright and I, when we were young, our piano teacher was none other than Rick Steves. You know Rick Steves, the travel guy? You don't even
From
know.
Edmonds.
Yeah, from Edmonds. I was trying to impress him, but no. It's like saying, you know, JP Patches is my uncle.
Europe through the back door. That's like
Europe
his,
through the back
he's,
door. Yeah.
He's always on the PBS fundraisers and stuff.
If
know,
you
when they
haven't
have those.
seen Rick Steves, you got to check it out.
Yeah,
Gonna look him up.
Okay.
Yeah, he's really cool.
yeah. He
Anyway,
used to be a piano teacher,
he used to be a piano teacher. Now he's a world traveler.
a recorder.
Recorder. We were just talking about this.
Nice. Recorder.
grade, baby.
And this is the final one. Who can get this
Oh.
one?
Whoa.
That's
What
like
is
a
that?
hurdy-gurdy.
Oh my God, Matt, you're just good at this.
Wow.
You're
Is it?
a pro, man.
Yeah, it is a hurdy-gurdy.
Oh,
There's
wow.
a crank on
Hurdy-gurdy.
it. Yeah. Have you ever heard that song, Hurdy-Gurdy Man? I don't know.
hurdy-gurdy, man.
Yeah, that's a hurdy-gurdy there. All right,
I
guys.
thought that was a nickname. I did not know it was an instrument.
I did not know that either, but one day I realized, and you crank it, and it's got strings. I don't know how you play it. Someday we'll have it.
Bizarre.
All right, friends, here we go. We're moving on from the game. I think Matt won. All right, we're getting to the end of the show here. Thanks everybody for being on the show, by the way.
Thank you so much for
yeah,
I
having
really
me.
appreciate it. So
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
you have two YouTube channels, Healing Vibrations and then Healing Meditations. Is that right?
Guided vibration.
Ah, I do it. Guided
So that's where
Vibrations.
you get like
What's the
the
difference?
intro video that we had today with the guided meditation. It's basically we make a guided meditation for every single sound bath we do.
Okay.
And you can find that over on Guided Vibrations.
Guided Vibrations. I should really have this on the screen, but I'm just Boney. God, I don't know. You just can't figure it out.
He's fired.
He's fired. No, he's not fired. Don't say that. I need him. All right, so now we're gonna have a dance party here, and we're just gonna dance.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna play a song that I think is very appropriate. It is bardcore. Have you heard the term bardcore?
For me,
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Excited about it though.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So this is Algal the Bard. I don't know where he lives, but he's really good. He's really good. So here we go. Dance break time. It's Queen. I don't know if you're familiar with Queen, but
oh yeah.
I don't know what. I don't even know what the instruments are.
Like a piccolo.
Yeah. And that, I don't know. That. This guy is awesome, by the way. So thanks everybody for being on the show. I'm not supposed to talk during this part. I'm just supposed to dance. There's so many. I still have so many more questions for y'all, but that'll be another show, I guess.
Definitely.
We'd love to come back. Thanks for having us.
Everybody head on over to Healing Vibrations and get your molecules right. Also go to Algal the Bard.
Maybe.
I love this guy. Is this in Bridgerton? Yeah, it's in the show Bridgerton. It should be.
Somebody serve me a turkey leg.
He's wailing on the thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm not doing it half. Guided vibrations, yeah.
You gotta contact this guy, Travis.
Tell Loretta, it's guided vibrations, right?
Guided Vibrations.
Guided vibrations.
Guided. Yep.
She said.
This is a Ren Fair jam.
Okay, I have something really great to tell you right now. Algar is in the chat room. Algar, yes! Yes! Thank you for
This is
being here.
epic. This is so good.
Thanks for being here, Algal. Yeah, there's much celebration.
It's a loot.
It's a loot.
Otis.
Algal, where are you? Tell us where you're living. He's still just laughing. So awesome. gong. Hit the gong at the end, maybe. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, let's go. Thou dost Freddie Mercury proud, fair lord. Let's see. Okay, here's the very end of the show. It's in 15 seconds. If I had a gong, I'd hit it too.
Excellent.
That's great.
Brilliant.